Oli the Goalie Tech Reviews here. In my hands are the SOUNDPEATS Air4 updated version. Stick around because we're going to check them out. So I received these updated SOUNDPEATS Air4s. They were released August 22nd. You might have seen my previous video I did a few weeks back on the SOUNDPEATS Opera 5s and was excited about getting the updated Air4s to give them a listen. Again, just for transparency, SOUNDPEATS has provided me with the headphones in exchange for this review, but they don't have any say in the content. So I received these. I wanted to open them up, do a quick unboxing, and give you an idea of how they sound and just everything that's, everything about them. So I received these, and I just wanted to give you my feelings on what I think of them. So we're going to do a quick unboxing and then have a listen. So just to give you an idea of the specs, these are actually aptX adaptive lossless audio codec, and they also have LDAC as well. So for those of you that are running Android phones, you will get the sort of better sound quality using that LDAC. They're a Qualcomm QCC3071 chip. That is a tech spec. That is really all I know about that spec, but it's one of the newest chips that they have. It's an adaptive hybrid active noise cancellation, so there's some sealing with the headphone, and then of course the actual noise cancellation of the headphone itself. 13mm driver. It does have Bluetooth 5.3, so you've got the latest in connectivity when it comes to connecting to your phone. 6 mics for call noise reduction, and that's something that I didn't talk about on my previous Opera 5 video, was how well they work as a call quality, and I have since used those headphones for a few calls through work, etc., and I can happily report that they actually do a really great job. So I'm really kind of expecting the same thing from the Air4s. 26-hour total battery and app control, high-res audio, and according to data from the Qualcomm laboratories, this can go up to a 45 decibel noise reduction with the ANC. So that's a pretty hefty amount of noise cancellation as well. Pretty impressive in that sense. 13mm large size driver, and 26 hours playtime with the case, and up to 6 hours, I believe, audio on the actual listening of the headphones themselves. And so again, really great specs, technology. 6.5 hours single charge, 26 hours for the total battery life. So decent there. So let's start by opening these things up, and let's go from there. The battery capacity, by the way, is 35 milliamps on the earbuds and 330 on the case itself. So let's go in and open these up, take a look, and then we'll actually connect them to the phone and have a listen. So again, opening these up for the first time with you here today. All right, get this opened. We have a bit of a box on the top here. I'm assuming that it's probably the paperwork in there. There we go. Yes, just your standard paperwork, so we won't even take a look there. You got the headphones, and it looks like that might be the extent of it. But you do have the USB-C. All right, so let's throw that back in there, and let's actually take a look at the headphones themselves. A smaller, much smaller case than what the Opera 5s had, substantially smaller, much lighter for sure. And in fact, if we go back to the comparison of the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro 2, very, very similar sizes. As a matter of fact, The SOUNDPEATS really is only a tiny bit smaller, almost really not even negotiable. I mean, it's a pretty small amount. And I would actually give the thinness of the case to the SOUNDPEATS over the Samsung. So a smaller or thinner case, definitely lighter. I would say much lighter in a sense. And when you have these in your pocket and they're a little bit thinner like that, they feel more comfortable just keeping them in your pockets. So from the perspective of just the case, one of the first things that you see when you open up these headphones, I have to say a good presentation, nice weight, nice size, again, thinner than the Samsung. So quite a nice surprise there. I was expecting these to be a little bit bigger than they are, so that's quite nice. So let's now go and open them up. When you do open them up for the first time, they give you a little bit of an LED light that shines green. And then you have the headphones. The headphones themselves are presented quite nicely. They seem like they are in there pretty good. I don't think you have to worry about, well, so if you really shake them, they're going to come out, but nothing too bad. And it does require a pretty good shake to do that. Like here, I'm just giving it a good hard shake and it's not coming out. So I think for the majority, you're going to be fine. You're not going to have to worry about these falling out and losing them, that sort of thing. The headphone itself, we'll pull them out here. Take a look at the actual construction of the headphone. Kind of a nice matte black with a bit of a bronze matte finish. And the SOUNDPEATS logo on there. They actually seem, they feel very nice. They're comfortable or light in the hand, so they're comfortable in a sense that they're not extremely heavy or anything like that. They seem to be very actually nicely designed. Plastic, molded design, but still quite nice as far as just how they look. So let's now actually give it the old comfort test as far as how they feel. Okay, so they're in my ears. They are definitely comfortable. They're definitely not uncomfortable in a sense. They feel like they're in good. I'm shaking and shaking and they're not coming out. So I think as far as just how they're fitting in the ears, very comfortable. Yeah, I've never been, a huge fan of the headphones with the stems just because of how they fit in my ear. But I find that these fit, somewhat reasonable, and they're like I say, fairly comfortable. So let's bring up the app, and let's get them added to the system here. There's the SOUNDPEATS 4 automatically, so we'll connect those up. Asking if I'd like to pair them. And they are now connected, so let's now go back to the app. I hear the voice telling me that they're connected. And let's go there. And just loading up and there is your display. So let's go into the app and we'll compare this to the Opera 5 app, features that we had originally looked at a couple of weeks back. So again, volume control, pretty straightforward. You have the adaptive equalizer. Same presets it looks like. Let's go in and take a look. Yes, you have the same 10 presets. Whoops, I guess I hit the wrong button there. Let's go back to there. You have your custom EQ, again the 10-band custom equalizer, which is also very nice. And then you have your normal mode, which I'm in right now. And again, there isn't any of that sort of hybrid ear tip noise cancellation. Now let's see how it works when I turn that ANC noise mode on. Now again, I can quietly hear in the background my heat pump running, and with the normal mode, with it off, I definitely can hear it in the background, ever so slightly. And with the ANC on, I would say there's probably about a 50% reduction in that sound. Again, not comparing to, you know, what it would be like on a plane or anything like that, because obviously I just don't have that ability to do that here. But certainly there is a reduction in that background noise of the heat pump running. So a plus there. There is also an addition on the actual Air4 menu, and that is game mode. I had read earlier that there is a game mode that gives you 88 milliseconds end-to-end latency. Now, I'm not a huge gamer. I don't play a lot of games, but just knowing that that game mode is there, I know that in a lot of the other videos that I've watched when it comes to SOUNDPEATS products, there were a few of those headphones that a lot of people were kind of surprised that there wasn't that feature. So this one definitely has it. That's great. And then, of course, you can also disable all functions of the touch keys again. So you definitely have, again, a basic, simple application that really gives you the majority of the things that, you know, that you need in a sense of the features. So now let's go in. All right, and looking at the price of the headphones on Amazon Canada, they're showing $88 with a $20 coupon. Now, that may be the Canadian price, and in the US, there will be a link in the description below for a purchase from the Amazon US site, and I believe that'll be for $43.99 US, original price $79.99 if you follow that link. So great price for, you know, when it comes to headphones, a reasonable price for a 5.3 Bluetooth connection headphone. So let's now actually go in and take a listen. Now, just for the sake of staying sort of similar, I'm going to go back to the same songs that I listened to when I did the Opera 5s. So let's go here, and we're going to go to back to 25 or 624. Have a listen to that. Full volume. Nice crash cymbal. Cymbals are nice and crisp. Horns, clear, good separation. Nice vocal separation as well, not just all muddied into one sort of signal. And mid-range, again, pretty good. You know, I have had a few of the sort of, you know, $50 to $80 headphones, and they've always been a little bit of a hodgepodge of sound, and these actually have some decent sound, some good separation, and decent bass. I'm again maybe a little bit less than the Opera 5s in a sense of the bass response, but yeah, pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how those sound. Now I want to go and go back to the hip again. So let's go there. Back to that same song. Let's start with the again, Gord's voice, nice and clear and sharp. Really great direction. It's sounding like it's coming right in front of me. You know, again, I want to comment, my reviews are really not about the technical aspect. They really are about how do these things sound. At the end of the day, you know, somebody can spurt numbers out all day long, specs, etc. What I want to know when I'm looking at a video or watching a video is just, you know, how do they sound? at the end of the day, are they worth the $50 or the $80 Canadian that you're spending on the headphones to get them? And are you going to be happy with them? And you know, just by going from what I've heard, you know, in the last couple of minutes of playing the songs, they're a great sounding headphone. And I'm going to start it again because there was one other thing that I wanted to hear. I want to go back, just going into the where the sort of the whole band kicks in here. You can hear the bass, and the kick bass on that on the drum is nice, and you know, there's a good solid thud, not muddied. Yeah, good separation of all the instruments too. You're not yet, it's not a, you know, one combined sound. There's a really good, it's sort of, it's I wouldn't say that it's spatial in a sense of, you know, the technical term, but it has that separation, that good sound. So again, going back to just the audio performance of these headphones, I don't think anybody would be disappointed in them, especially for the retail price on these on Amazon. I mean, if you can pick them up for like $43 US, I mean, how can you go wrong? That is a below $50 headphone that really sounds, you know, certainly almost on par with the Opera 5s in the sense of the sound quality themselves. Now, I just want to try one quick thing. I'm going to make a quick call. Hi, it's me. Just trying to, I'm making a call and I'm just wondering how I sound through these headphones, through the microphones on these headphones. They sound okay? Okay, and it doesn't sound like I'm speaking through a tin can or anything? Oh, good to hear. All right. Well, thank you very much for that. Appreciate your help. Bye. So, call quality, and this is something that I'm actually really surprised. The sound quality on these headphones for the call quality was really spectacular. When you listen to, you know, in an ideal situation like this where it's very quiet and there isn't a lot of background noise, I mean, obviously you're going to have ideal sound, but just the sound of my wife's voice through the phone was really quite good. And she said to mirror what she just basically said, she was quite surprised by how good it actually sounded. I speak to her a fair bit when I'm using my Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro 2, and her comments were that's the best sounding that she's heard so far. So that speaks volumes, no pun intended, to the level of the headphones and just the sound quality. So when I look at these overall, you know, we have a really nice package in the sense of the carrying case. By the way, charging via USB-C, no wireless connection, but really at the end of the day, not a huge deal in the sense of charging. Quick plug-in and you're good to go. You know, 6.5 hours playback, 5.3 Bluetooth, great sounding telephone calls. Again, separation in the sound quality is fantastic. Specs aside, how do they sound? And would I be happy with them from a headphone perspective? And without a doubt, you know, at the under $50 price range, that a headphone under $50 would sound this good, that would give you noise cancellation, that would have 5.3 Bluetooth connectivity, you know, great battery life, all in a nice small package like this, and a great fitting headphone that actually sounds as good as these do. I would say that there would be no way that that's the case, but in this case, these headphones are quite surprisingly good. I'm very happy with them. I think that moving forward, they're going to be my go-to headphone. At least for the next little bit, I'm going to try them out. I will use them over the next week or two for some business calls just to hear how they work there. And if I feel it warrants an updated video, I'll make sure I do that. But once again, let me thank you for taking the time today to watch this video. I say it every time, I'm so appreciative that you take the time out to watch my videos. If you like my videos and you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. Click that subscribe button, click the like button, click the bell notification to be notified of all my upcoming videos. And if there are any questions that you want to ask about these headphones, please don't hesitate to put those in the comments. I'm always wanting to reply to those. Once again, just thank you for your time today. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thanks for tuning in. SOUNDPEATS Air4's updated version available now on Amazon.com and Amazon.ca. I'll have the link below. Thanks so much for your time. Take care, everybody.